Good morning. Welcome to our Bible study, and today I want to talk to you about our distractions. You know, through the pandemic, through viruses, through medical reports, through social media, through political campaigns and all this kind of stuff, my concern is for the Christ followers. You and me who claim to be Christians, who claim to follow Christ, we've kind of got distracted. Some of us are like an experience at Magic Kingdom at Disney World, I think. We start out on Main Street, and that looks really good, but then before long we're in Adventureland or Frontierland, and we're looking for new adventures in Tomorrowland, and we're off of Main Street. Well, one of my favorite philosophers of all time is a guy by the name of Yogi Berra. He said, if you don't know where you're going, you might wind up somewhere else. I don't know why, but that makes sense to me. In the book Alice in Wonderland, Alice was at the juncture of the road that led to different directions. And she asked the Cheshire Cat for advice. She said, Cheshire Puss, would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? That depends a good deal on where you want to get to, said the cat. I don't much care where, said Alice. Then it doesn't matter which way you go, said the cat. So a lot of us find ourselves like Alice at the juncture of roads on a daily basis. I mean, we get distracted from one thing to another, from one cause to another, from one crisis to another, and we, before long, lose our focus. So I want to ask us Christ followers today to just simply focus. And what should our focus be but Jesus Christ? Some years ago, centuries ago, when Joshua was about to lead the children of Israel across the Jordan River into the promised land that God had given them, God came to Joshua and told Joshua these words, be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Now, just to stop a moment, when he says do not turn from it to the right or to the left, go back to Main Street in Magic Kingdom. We don't like to stay on Main Street. There's other adventures if we just turn to the right or to the left. I'm well familiar with that Magic Kingdom layout, so I know if you turn to the left, you've got Adventureland, you've got Frontierland, you've got all those wonderful places. If you turn to the right, you've got Tomorrowland and Fantasyland and some of these other places. Well, stay on Main Street. Stay straight. Do not turn from the right nor to the left, he says. And he says that you may be successful wherever you go. Well, do not let this book of law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. So let me ask you, do you spend as much time in the Word of God as you do in listening to some of the media reports, or reading some of the media reports, or spending time on Facebook or wherever it is that you so choose in your social platforms? Do you spend time in the Word of God to allow God to speak to you? It helps us to focus. The Bible continues on in verse 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do you see a theme here? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. On the other side of the Jordan River, there was this impounded city called Jericho. They could have been intimidated by that great walled city with the thick walls that just seemed impenetrable, and a large force of soldiers behind those walls. They could have been intimidated by that. But God kept reminding the people of Israel through his servant Joshua, be strong and courageous. Just do what I ask you to do, God says, and you'll be successful. The Bible puts it this way in Hebrews 12:12. Fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer or the author and the perfecter or finisher of our faith. Fixing your eyes. Fixing means literally keep looking. It is a look back at the old Olympic runners who were running a race. If you turn to the right, you look to the right, you look to the left, or if you look behind you, you lose your pace, you lose your direction, and sometimes you lose the race as a result. So what do? You fix your eyes on the coach or the one who is at the finishing line, who is cheering you on, beckoning you to run a strong race. You don't turn to the right. You don't turn to the left. You stay straight. And as you stay straight and fix your eyes on Jesus, the focus of our attention during these tumultuous days of ours, we will be successful. Be strong and very courageous. Let me encourage each and every one of you today to pay heed to the Word of God. Listen to the prayer that you mention to the Lord. Pay attention to God's presence in your life. Feast on the Word. Meditate on the Word. As He says, do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night so that you may be careful to do according to everything written in it. And then, and only then, you'll be successful. Then you'll be focused. Then you will be less apprehensive about the day's activities. Well, there you go. Fix your eyes on Jesus, the pioneer, the author, the finisher of our faith. I pray that you have a great day in the Lord and that your day will be a blessing not only to you, but to others as well. God bless.